Yes, hello again. This is a section that starts off from Springer and goes to Three Forks. Apologize for the fact that I am so depressed in this. If I'd known what was ahead of me, I should have been jolly the dancing bear, okay, instead of being grumpy. Because it truly is a real nice section to walk.
I don't think they got to see how grumpy you were because I didn't do a morning video that day because you were so grumpy. So this is the morning video right here.
Yeah.
So.
It's really a good hike.
So here we go.
We've just reached where the Benton Pkg Trail heads off to, I guess, the west, and Appalachian Trail headed north. We've actually finally had trail to walk on rather than just rocks and roots. So for a while now, we've been walking on just hard dirt with a few little bitty rocks in it, small rocks, roots, nothing really to speak of. So we are really happy about that. And this is the first creek we've come to, the first water after the parking at Springer Mountain parking lot. This is how you take a break. Just find a high step and sit on it.
Yeah, it's a good day. It's cool. Been a heavy fog, maybe even a few drops from the trees. Trail's been gradually downhill. Company's pleasant. God is good.
Should you live? Says hello. AT is going down there to the left. And over here to the right, we have Stover Creek Shelter. And the blue blaze lets you know you're either headed to water or to a shelter. A little bit of a trek uphill here to the shelter. All right, here it was, our first truly stressful experience. First we crossed that little bridge there and I'm thinking, oh, this is a great little bridge. And then we come to this log with little things cut in it. And I can tell you that was the first truly stressful moment.
Okay, well I have to put a comment in here about, that very wide log that was almost flat that we had to cross, which was the first time we did that. I, as a young person, could have walked on a 2x4 without any trouble, even probably with weight on my back, but at this point in my life, I just, I had zero balance. I mean, it was unbelievable how poor my balance was, which was a big part of the reason that I had a lot of weight on the front, and then trying to get some off the back was kind of to help, balance that out. So just trying different ways to help the balance, but that first log crossing for me was terrifying. And keep in mind that for us, with 65-year-old bones, you know that if you fall, you're potentially ending your trip because, a kid falls and they get up and they keep going and they fall and they keep getting up going, 30-year-old, 35-year-old, even up 40, 45. But after a while, and especially when you've had a lot of medical issues and with the back issues that I've had and the knee issues and the wrist issues and the foot issues, I mean, the goal is don't fall. So it was a little bit disconcerting to me. Not one that tends to get scared at this point in my life, but I was really nervous crossing that because the weight and everything. I didn't know if I was going to make it across without ending up landing on a rock down in that stream with a broken leg or a broken hip. So why was that such a big deal? Because I look at it now and it's like, why was that a big deal? But at the time it kind of was. What about you? Was it?
Yeah, it was a big deal. You know, as a young man, I used to wear a tool pouch and walk to the forest to build houses. It really wasn't that big a deal.
2 stories up, 3 stories up,
Yeah,
whatever.
2 stories up, and you know, bend over with a pencil and lay out for the trusses and joists and what have you. But to walk that log right there with a heavy pack on your back and trekking poles in your hand, it did cause some concern.
Listen to that water flow. Stover Creek. Beautiful, flowing water. When we left the shelter, said we're going to be going downhill. But I don't know if you noticed, but he's a lot higher up than me. We'll see. We just had to climb a bunch of stairs. Again, rock stairs. Came up to here. We'll see what happens from here on. Okay, here we go. Leveling out. Now we'll probably be seeing that downhill he was talking about. Now this looks like a nothing easy rock hop. But when you're carrying 30 pounds on your back, and those rocks might be slippery, and you're 65 and your legs aren't good and strong yet, and success on that one. Gee, must have made it across safe because he's way on up there ahead, and so I guess he's doing fine up there. So we're between Stover Creek and Three Forks, been hiking along, pretty much closed in. Then we've got this open area here, which looks like it'd be a pretty nice camp spot. Somebody was ready to stop. That little narrow place in the middle there, that's where I'm headed. Oh, and I wanted to show just how beautiful it is when you look up, you're walking in this forest and you stop, looking out through the trees to the sky. Just beautiful. Sometimes the forest is almost as pretty as the vistas. There's another area over here where people could camp. Well, in fact, there's a fire ring. Oh good, this time they've given us 2 logs. That looks a little bit easier. And a dry creek bed. Oh no, there's a little flow. I wouldn't want to have to get water here, but if you did, if you really, really needed it, I guess it'd be all right. As long as you filter it. I thought this was real pretty, the way the sun is coming through the trees here. And a double blaze letting us know there's a change of direction ahead, and I do believe G is up there waiting on me. Nice place to wait. Did you enjoy that little segment that we've just walked the last hour or 2?
Yeah.
It's fun listening to the stream. Precious water. And we're coming into Three Forks, which was our destination today. What do you think, Shajulev? Think it's cool? Me too. Now this is the kind of bridge I like. Chester Creek. Coming up to the Forest Service Road, I think it's 58 at Three Forks. Plenty of water there to get water. Who's that up ahead in the red hat? Oh, somebody climbing across a pole down there. Maybe 35 or 40 years ago.
Okay, well that finishes up that day hike that took us all day that we were speaking of at the beginning, and it was a really good day. So you have anything else to say about that?
No. What about you, kid? You haven't had a whole lot to say. I see. Okay.
I guess we haven't totally, well, we did introduce Jula in the intro, so she's become a part, and you know, every time we look at her, we think about our grandchildren, so it's not about having a stuffed bear, it's about grandchildren that we miss when we're not here. But I will say this, you know, G was something that he's been called for a long time, and I just thought it was perfect to keep calling him that when we started hiking. And initially it was just really standing for not only his name, but also that he's gifted. He's a very gifted individual, and I knew that even out there in the woods, which turned out to be the case, I mean, if anything needed to be fixed or done or whatever, he can figure out a way to do it. So he's gifted. But after those first few days, he became grumpy. That was his new name, and that tended to last a little while, and then we began, you know, meeting people, and he was feeling better, and then he became gregarious. I mean, it was just fascinating watching him do all that talking and everything. So, but the reason I brought this up now is there's some more along the way, names that fit in. He called himself Glacial, as far as how slow he was in the very beginning, and I have to say that now, after doing this, he's gotten a bit gabby, which doesn't happen very often, so count yourself as really fortunate that you get to see this side of him, because it really is a fun side, and really, as you can see, he's a very witty and humorous individual. He makes me laugh, so that's always fun when that happens, but you've been very gabby. And now he's at a loss for words. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, God bless everyone. Have a blessed day, and we'll go on with the rest of the videos.
We have a very large park, 1/2 mile from our home, that has trails, literally trails through it, probably 30 miles total, maybe more than that. I don't know if you added all the little connections together, but I've worked out a route around it toward kind of on the outside, and it has rocks and roots and step ups and water crossing and kind of a, I don't know, just got a lot. It's got plenty. But today I started working on I'm working on the weaknesses, and that includes getting my feet tougher, trying to figure out, you know, how I can go longer distances and not have to take days off because they're going to create too much of a problem. And also today we worked on balance, and every time I walk around here there's logs for me to I started with a fat one, pretty large one, but then I found a smaller one that I used. But there's lots of logs out here, so every time I come out here and walk, I'm gonna work on my balance on the logs. So just got to figure out what to do about the things that are weaknesses that would potentially really slow down or even end a thru hike. The things that I just need to be able to do that I can't do yet. Stepping up on big steps is going to be one of them. I can work on that at home some too, but and strengthening my arms and shoulders, and then building up the endurance in my feet and strength and stamina in my legs to be able to do the longer distances. So that's the goal. Got a few months to do it, and gonna just keep at it. Little by little, it'll happen. But today was balance, so everybody get out there and hike.